Hi, Amita ma'am. We are just getting started. Am I audible now? Could you just, couple of you could, just
Yes,
give me a
yes,
thumbs
you
up
are
if I'm
audible.
audible?
Yes, you
Okay,
are
great,
audible.
great,
Thank you.
great. Yeah, so very good evening to all of you. Thank you, for joining us today again. And I can see there are 15 of us in here right now. Can we have a quick show of hands in terms of, just for me to understand who among us? I see a lot of familiar names. Who among us attended the session yesterday and who is doing, attending it for the first time today. So that'll give us a good idea in terms of how we should, start off with, and how much should we recap, and all of that. So if you attended yesterday, then if you could just type in a yes, and if in case this is your first session, you could just type in a no and just say that it's your first session. Okay, so I can see 3 yeses. Yes. Okay, today is the first time. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Sure. So Amita ma'am, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a link in the chat button, in the chat section. And I think for Nawazish, so he's also joining us for the first time. So I'm going to share a link in the chat section, and if you could spend a minute and using that link, sign up on the MyCENTA account, and same for Samina ma'am as well. So right. So I've just sent a link in the chat section. So so for those of you who are attending the session today who could not make it to the session yesterday, if you could use this link to sign up and create an account on MyCENTA, that'll be useful. And for others who were with us in yesterday's session, it'll be great if you could be on the MyCENTA home screen so that we can get started. So yeah, it's and for those of us who are for Samina ma'am, Nawazish, Kala ma'am, Amita ma'am, MyCENTA. When I say MyCENTA, it's you can't find this app on either your Google Play Store or the App Store in case you're using an iPhone. You This is a browser enabled platform, so you just need to type this in your mobile browser, and you can then add it to your home screen, and then it'll work like any other app. So before you do that, it's if you could just sign up, using that app. Sorry, using the link which I've sent in the chat section. So once you have signed up, once you've filled in your the information, if you could give me a thumbs up, then that'll be useful, and then I could proceed accordingly. Meanwhile, I'll also start sharing my screen. I see Shashi Joshi joining us. Good evening. Yes, you'll have to sign up. That will make it easier for you to follow, what we do in the session. So, okay.
Hi everyone, I'm Priyanka, your co-host for the day. And Nawazish, what we are trying to do here is to make it a hands-on session where you kind of experience instead of us just telling you how to use various features. And hence a sign in right now would be useful.
Great. Is my screen visible to all of you?
Yes, Karthik.
Okay, great. So yeah, so for those who are signing up for the first time, this is the simple form that is visible. You just have to enter your phone number, your email address, choose a username for yourself, choose a password for yourself, confirm that password, sign up. That's how you'll have to sign up. For those who did it yesterday, no need to sign up again. You can sign in with the same username and password that you used to create your account yesterday. So I remember my username and password, so I'm gonna sign in now. In case you don't remember your username or password, you could sign in through a one-time password, either using your mobile number or email address, with the option that's given below. So I'm just gonna sign in right now, and yep, great. So here we are. Okay, great. Amita ma'am said that she signed in. Wonderful. Kala ma'am, Samina ma'am, and Nawazish, so if you can also just, give me a thumbs up or just type in that you've signed in, then that'll be great, and then we could proceed. In case, yeah, okay. Mm, great. So, okay, so I'm just going to take that as a yes and move on. Uh, no, Amita ma'am, you can take a look at, you can take a look at Zoom. So that's fine. You can take a look at the Zoom screen. That should work. So just a quick recap for people who, for the benefit of people who could not join us yesterday. This is what we call the home screen of MyCENTA. And just a quick, at a glance, you'll see a bunch of colorful banners on top of the home screen. These, as Priyanka was mentioning yesterday, are things such as a workshop or courses or webinars that we feature or highlight for the benefit of yours. And then every day we keep changing these on a daily basis. So some of these banners you might not have seen yesterday, but you're seeing them right now. So these keep on changing regularly, and this give you a flavor of, okay, what is special on that
These
specific
are
day.
like
And
shortcuts. Everything which is
exactly,
available on the homepage is accessible through the other main sections of My Center. This is just a shortcut to indicate some of the featured things which we want you to access on the particular day that you come and check My Center.
exactly. So so that's that's where we are. And this in right in here is, you'll see a couple of other things as well: new opportunities and webinars. The new opportunities section is, the place where you at a point of time can find both full-time and part-time opportunities. And in case you feel that you are interested in a specific opportunity, all you need to do is, click on that opportunity. The details get visible. And in case you feel that that's something that you are interested in, or you would want to register for or apply, or you feel that you have a good fit, then you can apply for that opportunity, and then we'll put you in touch with the respective organization. So that was on the opportunity section, and at all points of time you'll find a set of opportunities that are available for you to apply. And so just below that, webinars, again, these, just like this is a free webinar. We have this is a free workshop, and we have a bunch of webinars lined up for you, and we've been doing them since mid-April, actually, since when the lockdown started. And every week we conduct a new webinar, which is mapped to a specific competency of Centa standards. And in case you feel that this webinar is something that excites you, you can click on the webinar, read a little bit about it, and click on the express interest button. And what happens when you click on the express interest button is that a simple form opens up where you can register your interest, and a day before the webinar we'll send the link for you to attend the webinar. And as you can see, the next three webinars which are lined up for you are the one on 30th July, which is on augmented reality. and this is a very special webinar. We have, we'll be doing this in conjunction with Mr. Shyam Bengaluru, who is, we can say, at the forefront of revolutionizing online teaching in the state of Kerala through the use of augmented reality. Then, we have another webinar on 6th of August, where we'll talk about the relationship between ancient Indian Sanskrit texts and the various mathematical concepts and what takeaways we can get from those texts. And of course, on 13th August, we have another special webinar where Mr. Michael Purcell is the head of school at KC High School in Chennai, which is a very, very reputed school. And he'll be sharing some tips that you could keep in mind to ensure maximized learning outcomes during the online course. Sorry, during online teaching. I just hit a question: duration of the course and fee. Um, Shashi, sir, are you referring to the? So this is a free webinar, by the way. This is a free workshop that's open to everyone. Are you talking about the online course that we have recently launched? Uh, you know, uh, is that what you're talking about? If yes, then that's okay, sure. So yeah, so that's a 6-week course that, and the second batch of it has already started. In fact, we'll have the first session of that tomorrow. The registrations for the next batch, which will happen in mid-August, sorry, end August, which will commence in end August. The registrations for that are going on right now. You can register on, either through MyCENTA or the center website. It's going to be a 6-week course, and the fee for that is INR 6,000 plus GST. That's right, Priyanka?
Yeah, that's right,
Yeah,
Karthik.
yeah. So yeah, so moving on to so that was a very quick that's what's there on the home screen. And the other thing that we covered during the session yesterday was the learning resources section. And learning resources section, as we saw yesterday, it has a different a bunch of different tiles, and each of these tiles deal with a specific competency in which is listed out in the CENTA standards, such as content development, classroom communication, assessment and remediation, technology and education, and so on. So let's just quickly do the drill again, and let's click on a specific tile. So I just clicked on classroom communication, and as we saw yesterday, this is what happens when you click on the classroom communication tile. You see, a bunch of different aspects related to classroom communication, like classroom management techniques and delivery of content, basic communication skills, and so forth. And there's a little bit of an overview that we provide. It'll take you around 5 minutes to go through the overview and have the full context. And below that, you can see the free resources which are there. And what happens when you click on a specific resource is you get the language that the resource is in, you get the complexity level of the resource, and you get a little bit of a description of what will happen in this resource, what can you look forward to. And then you click on the view resource button. And so what happens is the resource then opens up, and I will just wait for the resource to open up. I think, okay, it's opening up. Great. Yeah. So this is a video, for example. Similarly, we have different, we have text resources available. You can, go through them at your own pace, at your own leisure. And if you feel that, okay, I really like this resource, then please, give a star rating. You can do a 2-star rating, 3-star rating, 4-star, whatever you feel like. That will help us to understand if we are delivering quality resources to you, and also help us, make our search for future resources better. So that was on the free resources section. So that's there. And so just below that, you have the paid resources workshop modules and all that we saw yesterday. So what will happen here is, say Oxford University Press is, we've got resource modules from Oxford University Press. So as we discussed yesterday, we can see a bunch of modules from Oxford University Press in there. And if there's something which strikes you, you can always click on view more details, and get more details about it. And you can also add it to your cart and then purchase it. Similarly, if you are, say, that into math, so for example, then you can say click on Hey Math Resources. I'm sorry, I'm just moving on a bit fast because this is just a recap that I'm doing. In case at any point you feel that you're not following it, please let me know, and we'll stop there and then start again. So yeah, so these uh, are these are the modules for math. At any time, yeah, you can take a look at them, and if you like them, you can add them to your cart, and then save the cart, and then proceed towards purchasing the modules. And so that was that on the learning resources section. And the other section that we focused on yesterday were the quizzes and the surveys. So this section can be unlike the learning, which is there in the bottom bar, which has home, careers, learning, and forum. The quizzes section is actually located from the side menu, and the side menu has quizzes and surveys in there. And you can always take up a particular quiz, and take it up on the go, get a score. And okay, so I've already attempted this quiz, so I was actually in the middle of it. Yeah, so you can see the questions. I'm just doing a computer science quiz right now. And yeah, so this is one example of a quiz. And so we can see other quizzes as well. Say, for example, there's something from social studies in here. And again, here's a quiz. And yesterday, if you remember, we solved a few questions together. And with every question, there comes a detailed answer analysis, which shows why a specific question is, or why a specific answer, or rather option, is correct, why the other options are incorrect. And that's probably the that's how you should be looking at it, instead of just going through the questions in a single go without understanding why a particular option is correct. That's why we've made a provision of giving you detailed answer analysis for a set of quizzes, so that you can understand the thought process. And so what will also happen, I'm just rushing through the answers here. uh, yeah, so by the way, you can do this at your own pace. Please take your time and go through that. And also, what happens at the end of the test is you get a score as well, which shows you how you fared in that particular quiz. And just like learning resources, we keep on adding quizzes on a weekly basis. And so the quizzes that you see today, you will see when the next next week you will be adding more quizzes, and more quizzes the week after that. So this is the section that's going to keep on growing. So yeah, so Ishita ma'am, yes, there was an error yesterday, and we are correcting that. And tomorrow, when you log in, you will be able to give the same quiz again. So we'll correct that. Yeah.
Thank you
So
for highlighting that, Ishita. It helps us check that bug. We didn't realize that thing earlier. So
yeah,
thank you.
yeah. So yeah, so that was a very quick recap of what we did yesterday. Now I think okay. So I think Mr. Nawazish has raised hand. Anything specific that you're looking for, or anything that you want to flag off, sir? Hmm. And this is a small group, by the way, so you can also speak up if you want. All of us are, I don't think that will be an issue. So you need not always type in, but if you feel that you want to speak up, you're most welcome to do that.
Hello,
Great.
I
So
still did not understand how to access the app. I didn't understand what you meant by Firki resources. How do I go to Firki resources? I
So,
didn't understand that part.
ma'am, basically in the learning section, as Karthik was showing, we
How
have,
do I go to learning section, ma'am?
ma'am, on the bottom bar, if you would see home, careers,
So
learning.
that's fine. That if I want to do now. Now
mhm.
later on, after this is over, I would like to go through this entire thing. So that
Ma'am,
is what I.
you have to go on your mobile browser. Have you logged in into MyCENTA? No, not yet.
Yes.
On your
Of
mobile.
course. Yes. No, I have.
So if you have logged in into MyCENTA, do you see Home Career Learning Forum at the bottom on your mobile in the app?
Yes, I can see.
So when you touch or click like learning section, do you see this kind of a page open up for you?
Ma'am, my question is not this. Now I can open, I understand.
You can
But
open
Mhm.
it anytime, even later on.
Okay, okay.
Anytime your access to MyCENTA has got nothing to do with the session. Now that you have a login, you can use it anytime you want.
No, so I mean, where do I get in? What is the name of the app? I don't have to download any app.
No, you don't have to download any app. This is the app. Whatever you are. So, ma'am, our app is a progressive web app. What that means, it works like a website. The way you type it in type it in your browser, and you can
Huh.
spin it on your home page. You don't have to download it from Google Store, Google
Okay,
Play
so
Store,
it
or
is
anything.
already in my home page now.
Yes, so you have it. You don't have to
Now,
download or do
okay, fine.
anything.
Now later on, if I don't want it anymore, so how do I remove it?
You just press it for a long time. Typically, the phone has that option of remove, and you can remove it. There's nothing like uninstall here because it's not installed. It's just like a
Okay,
shortcut. It doesn't occupy any space in your phone.
okay, I understand.
Okay, ma'am.
I
So it is
understand. Fine.
for everyone's reference. It is not an app in a traditional sense, which you download from the Play Store, either on Apple or on Android
Okay,
phones.
I
It's more
understand.
like a website which works like an app.
And
Okay,
also, Amita
Whatever
ma'am,
you put
so
on your home page is just a shortcut.
I understand. Okay, now I understand.
Amita ma'am, once you're in there, you'll see different aspects. I'm just using classroom communication as an example, and
Yes, yes,
inside there
yes.
you'll see Firki courses, and when you click on that, and when you click on view resource, you will be taken to a page where the Firki courses are listed one below the other, and you can click on that and then start accessing the course. So
I
you could do
understand.
that. Yeah, great.
Okay.
Right. So, okay. So, Nawazish,
Thank you.
okay, it's good
Most
right now.
welcome,
I'm
ma'am.
listening and observing the facility and upcoming no issues. Great. So, okay, wonderful. So, let's now proceed with the next, two sections that we were planning to cover today, the blog and the forum. I'll just get the blog section out of the way. It's very simple. And today is Tuesday, and Tuesdays are typically the days when we feature blogs by fellow teachers. So, if you see on the home screen itself, we have the featured blog of the week, and this week we are talking about alpha wave meditation. It's an interesting topic. And Miss Janani Sarvanasundar, who is also a MyCENTA community member, teacher like all of you is, and she's also, by the way, a certified brain stamina coach. So she had sent us this article, and we had featured this in our blog section. So if you click on the banner, the green banner which is there on the home screen, it will take you to that specific article written by Janani ma'am, and it's a wonderful piece, so I think you should definitely read it. And you can always read other articles. As I said yesterday, we have almost 100 or close to 100 articles by different teachers on MyCENTA right now. So, and in case you want to, what do we say, contribute, in case there's a poet amongst us, if there's a writer amongst us, please feel free to send across your articles, poems, stories, any nuggets of information that you want to share. Please send them to team@center.org. We will feature them in the blog section and share your art writings with other teachers across the country. This is an opportunity for you to share your writings with 150,000 teachers across India, because that's how big the MyCENTA community is. That's how big the user base of the MyCENTA platform is. So in case you want to share your writings, please email them to us at team@center.org. So so that was the blog section, a minor thing, and we just got that out of the way. Now we come to the forum section, a discussion forum. So just a very quick context on this. I'm sure all of us, use. I mean, most of us use Facebook, right? And one of the reasons for using Facebook is we want to connect with other teachers. We want to see what other people are doing in their daily lives. We want to share things with them. We want to see how they are overcoming certain issues. We want to connect with them and so forth. So when we set up the whole MyCENTA platform, this was a feature that came, this request came up multiple times when teachers requested us, to be able to connect with other teachers, because teachers said that, hey, I face a few issues in my classroom on a daily basis. I'm not really sure how to discuss this with teachers in my school, or I'm not getting a resolution for that. Is there a way I can connect with other teachers in the MyCENTA community and get these questions solved? Or other teachers would tell us, hey, I have this very good teaching experiment, or this teaching methodology, and it's worked wonders for me. I'm sure that it will do, other teachers will find it useful. How do I share this with them? Or you come across a very exciting resource, how you feel, okay, this resource is so useful for me, I'm sure it's going to be useful for teachers across the country. How do I share it with them? So given the umpteen number of requests that we got on this front, we thought that, okay, might as well, why not we create a platform within MyCENTA which will enable teachers from across India to connect with each other, discuss common issues, share best practices, answer each other's questions, and then just foster that spirit of learning and brotherhood, and then develop these relationships further. So that was the whole idea behind setting up this section called the MyCENTA Forum. Now, one thing I would request all of you to do is, before you can start accessing the forum, it is important that your profile section is fully filled. Okay, so what will happen is, you'll see the menu icon on the top right corner of your screen, which will lead to settings, and settings would further lead to my profile. Can all of us just make sure that in the my profile section, the first part of the my profile section, which is the username, of course, would be filled in, the first name, last name, gender, date of birth, Aadhaar card. I mean, yeah, you can fill that in, but even if you fill in some, if you don't have it readily available, you can fill in a dummy number and then change it later, but that's fine. Can you fill the profile section, the first part of the profile section fully? Because that's how you'll be able to access the MyCENTA forum. Yeah, Aadhaar card details. I mean, yeah, you can leave that blank, ma'am. Paroma, ma'am, you can try leaving that blank. If you don't have it, I'd request you to fill in a dummy number right now, and then we'll rectify it later. Okay, Kala Ganesh ma'am is saying, due to unexpected power failure, we are unable to complete the login procedure. We can do it later. Yeah, no problem, ma'am. So please use the link m.centaur.org. Please sign up, at your convenience, and then you could always do it. So right, so once everyone's filled in these details, the other details are not you could fill in all those details later, but just make sure that the basic part is filled up, because that's important for you to access the forum in a seamless manner. And once everyone's filled in this information, if you could just again type in a yes, or done, and then or something, then that'll be easier for me to we could proceed to the forum after that. So top right corner, the menu, settings, my profile, the first part of it. Okay, basic information done. Great. Thank you, Parama. So we'll just wait for a couple of minutes for everyone to do it, and then proceed to the next section. By the way, this is also the place where you could reset your username or password whenever you want to. So that's the place to go. Okay, thank you, Rajesh ma'am. I saw a message from Miss Divya saying that no, ma'am, you need not upload the resume. That's fine. You can do that later if you want. From Divya ma'am saying that she had joined in late and she needed to sign up. Just a quick check, Divya ma'am, have you been able to sign up?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, Rashmi ma'am, you asked a question. Do we need to upload your resume? No, not now. You can do that later. Yeah, I mean it's always a good practice to have your profile section updated and also have your updated resume on uploaded on MyCENTA, because as I said, there are always a set of opportunities that you can apply for, and if you have these points of information already filled in, then it becomes easier for the employer to get in touch with you and take the conversation further. So it's always good to have the resume uploaded and the profile section fully filled.
So if most of
Okay,
us have filled the basic info as Karthik was talking about, let's just see how the forum section works. And that will
sure,
also help you all to understand whether you have actually filled the necessary details or not.
sure. Paroma ma'am, can one register on MyCENTA as a school? Ma'am, I mean you can, but the issue is we don't have a version of MyCENTA which is relevant for a school right now. We have a common version that's applicable for everyone, teachers, principals, schools alike. But yes, we will down the line. We'll definitely build a version of MyCENTA which is for schools. But right now, it's just for teachers, and of course you can have all the teachers from your school be a part of MyCENTA, so you can definitely
And ma'am,
invite them to do that.
Karthik would now talk about how teachers can form a group in the forum,
Yes,
which is how a school can leverage it for its purpose, that you get all your teachers on my center and then you form a group on it and you can discuss things among each other. You can also form subgroups of say math teachers, science teachers, etc. separately.
sure. So yeah, so now we're going to go to the forum. So the forum button is just next to the learning button. The learning button, as we discussed yesterday, was the bottom bar which has home, careers, learning, and forum. Careers is nothing but the opportunity section that we discussed yesterday and today. Learning section we have discussed, and just adjacent to the learning section, you'll see a button called forum. So you can click on the forum button, right? So as I gave you the context, this space was exclusively set up for teachers to start interacting with each other. Okay, you'll see my screen. I think there is some issue with the screencast. It's loading a bit slow. Okay, yeah, you can see it now. So yeah, in case your basic information is not fully filled in, you will see a message which will ask you to fill in the basic information. But in case your basic information is already filled in, as is the case with my account, you'll see this page,
So like
which will have a button
Paroma ma'am, Rashmi ma'am, you should be able to see this page because we hope
with
you
a
have
start
filled the
discussing now button
information.
below it. Yeah, are you able to see it? If you can, just give me a quick thumbs up. Okay, if you're able to see this page. Hmm.
Can everyone else also
Yes.
let us
Yeah.
know how you are progressing? Thanks,
Yes.
Paroma ma'am, Ruby ma'am, Divya ma'am. If others
Hmm.
can also let us know how you are progressing, have you been able to reach this page? It will just help us ensure that we all are aligned and on the same thing.
Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay.
Thank you. Uh,
Okay.
Amita ma'am, Amita Patel ma'am, Amita Mukherjee ma'am, I'm just calling out all of you just to let us know if you have been able to reach this page. Ishita ma'am, I think I haven't heard from you on this. Muhyiddin,
Okay. So Amita ma'am is
sure,
saying that
sure, Amita ma'am.
sure, ma'am. Sure. Okay.
Okay.
Ishita ma'am has confirmed as well. Okay, great. Hmm. Okay, sure. So since it's a majority is yes, I'm just taking that for a yes for everyone and going it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to press the start discussing now button, right? So let's just press that and let's see what happens. Okay. Yes. Okay. So, are we able to see this? Are we able to see a screen like this? Okay. Great. So Divya ma'am is confirmed. Yes. Okay. Great. So this is what we call the MyCENTA discussion forum, right? And this is the place that we were talking about. This is the place where teachers, can communicate with each other, have discussions on a specific topic, start new discussion threads, respond to other people, and so forth. So this is the place where, which is your one-stop shop to connect with teachers across India. This is the place to do it. So let's just take an example. Here again, as is the case with all the other things that we do at Centa, we've organized the discussions under different threads so that it's easier for you to locate. If you're looking for something on subject expertise, this is the section to do. Looking for something on
Ishita,
classroom
are you
communication.
not able to access this page? Because as Karthik was saying, if you're not able to access this page, that means you haven't filled the basic details in your profile section. We would just need the basic details in the profile section for you to be able to access the discussion forum.
Sure. And while Ishita ma'am is doing that, Amita ma'am has a question. Can I get to understand the different opportunities that I get from MyCENTA? If you're looking for career opportunities, yes, we have, at a given point of time, we'll always have, right now, I think there are part-time opportunities, but typically, in a normal world, in a post or pre-corona world, as we would say, we'll always have a set of full-time and part-time career opportunities. And these career opportunities range from being teachers, it's in schools, or facilitators, to online instructors, content creators, coaches, online tuition providers, online tutors, and so forth. So those are the different kinds of opportunities that are always available on MyCENTA. uh, uh, okay, I was not audible. Can I come again, ma'am? Am I audible now, Amita ma'am? Okay. So I was just talking about the different types of opportunities, just responding to your question. Yeah, there are different types of opportunities ranging from being a teacher or a facilitator or a supervisor in a school to being an online content creator, online tutor, online learning facilitator, and so forth. So
Amita ma'am,
there
yes,
are a
you
bunch of
can
opportunities that are always
rejoin.
available.
Amita ma'am, can you hear me? If not, you can. If you can hear us, then obviously you know that there is no problem. But I'm just typing in case you are not able to.
Sure. So meanwhile, I'll proceed with the discussion forum section. So I'm hoping that all of us are here. And so yeah, as I said, we have organized the different, the topic.
So what we would request all of you who are on this particular page is that maybe Karthik and I will just wait for a couple of minutes, scroll through it, find a particular topic which is of interest to you and check it out. Because that's the best way for you to be able to engage with the forum, that actually check out a topic you are interested in. And meanwhile, Karthik would also show how to do it by choosing a particular topic, but do whatever he's doing for the topic that you are choosing, so that you understand how it works in a better manner.
Apologies, I had some issues with my phone. Am I audible now?
Yeah, Karthik.
Okay, sure. So just give me a minute and I'll share my screen again. It just the app just crashed. I'm just gonna do that.
Amita ma'am, have you been able to rejoin successfully? And can you hear us now? Sure. Thank you, ma'am.
Screen visible? Uh, is my screen visible now?
Karthik, yes, your screen is visible.
Okay, great.
You're
So
on the
yeah,
Start Discussing Now page.
yeah. So as I said, we'll quickly just press click on start discussing now.
Amita ma'am, I'll type in the thing about opportunities while Karthik just walks everyone through the discussion forum. So
Sure.
I'll just type in your query,
Sure.
the response to your query.
So yeah, so as we were discussing, this is the section where this is the space for you to connect with different teachers on different topics. And I was just giving an example of child learning and diversity. Now I had a few days back posted something. Can could someone just share with me some best practices about child learning and diversity? And then we had Miss Swapna reply, with her point of view on the specific topic, and another teacher replied with her viewpoints on that. And then, as you can see below it, there was another thread of discussion that happened on that specific topic. And at any given point of time, if you say want to share your inputs on something, what you can do is, this is just like Facebook. If you like something, you can click on the like button, the heart shaped icon that's there. So you can click on that, which will tell the person who's typed this in, saying that, will tell them that they agree, you liked the reply. And you can also put in your, points of view on that specific reply by by clicking on that curved arrow and typing in your response here, saying, I completely agree with you. Or, I mean, I'm just typing whatever comes to my mind, and definitely you can form your own thoughts and your own judgment, and do it. And then you send the reply, and it'll go to the person. If you want to reply to the main topic itself, you can click on the reply button here, and your response would be sent to the person who had posted the initial message. So yeah, and it's gone there. So that's how you use this section. You can reply to someone. You can like their what they have written, and so forth. Of course, I have certain other controls because I am the admin of the section. But you'll have slightly limited controls, but you'll be able to do the basic things like replying to someone, posting a new message, and so forth. Now let's try posting something new, like, right? So how are you going to post something new? So if you want to start a new thread of discussion, what you need to do is you need to click on the new topic button that's there on the top right corner of your screen. You see the new topic button? That's what you need to click on, right? So we'll just give a title to what we want to discuss. Let's say online teaching. Let's just take an example. And let's just, with an online teaching, let's just probably categorize this under technology and education. It's better that you choose a specific category in, while, when you are putting a new topic, because other people who come to the forum, they typically, look at it category wise. And then, you could, you could find your topic in that category. So I'm just going to type in a question. Could someone help me help me with tips and strategies? Okay, sorry. Yeah, I heard that. So I'm going to put some of the tips and strategies to help me with teaching online. So I'm just going to type that as a question in here. And once that's in, and I can also add an image to, to my question in case I would want to make it more graphic or something. So I'm just going to click on create topic, post that. So that's there. So that's a new topic that's created. And I have a question in here. Could someone help me with tips and strategies to help me with online teaching? Okay, I've used a, yeah, so I can, at any point of time, I can edit the question. So let's just, I put in a help me twice, so I want to change that, and I can edit the question at any point of time, and I can save that edit. So that's what people see. Could someone help me with tips and strategies for teaching online? So that's going to be there. And now let's just go to, if you remember, I had put this question under the technology in education section, and let's scroll down a bit, right? You see it there. So you click on technology in education. The first topic that you see is online teaching, something which I had created. And the question in there which says, could someone help me with tips and strategies for online teaching? Now assume that, let's say, a teacher is going to come in, say later today, and they happen to see your question, then very likely they're going to respond to it. Okay, so Divya ma'am says that I have just posted a discussion on the forum. Let's just check it out, ma'am. Could you let us know what's that, what have you posted? Which section that have you posted the resource or the question in? Okay, right. So, okay, so this is, what are your views on teaching learning? Okay, so this is in the first section itself, which is T4 Global Conference. And let's just click on it. Okay, so there's a huge chain of discussion that's going on under this section. And I think Divya ma'am's responded in here. Please, Divya, is that you, ma'am? Wonderful. So Divya ma'am has actually posted a video as well. I mean, she's given a link to a video which is fantastic. So this is what we're talking about. This is, what you can do. And if you scroll up, what you can see in this thread is we have teachers from across the globe. Actually, we have teachers from Nigeria who have shared their responses on, or shared their viewpoints on how, or what they think about online and online or remote teaching and learning. And yeah, Divya ma'am, you're a part of this discussion. And tomorrow, when Mr. Uh, you know, uh, 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 when this teacher from the Government Technical College in Nigeria, when they log in, they'll be able to see your response. So yeah, so this is exactly what it is. This is exactly what the section is all about. So yeah, I'm gonna like your response, ma'am. I'm just gonna reply. Fantastic. Yeah, I just replied to you. So So yeah, so that's what the section is all about. And I'm just going to quickly and yeah, please feel free to invite your friends to join MyCENTA, invite teachers from your school to be on this platform, so that uh, 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 you could, as Bigam I'm just did right now, share your viewpoints with them on the section, share resources with them on this section, get their viewpoints, start on discussions, should discuss this with other teachers from other schools
And
and
as
so
you
forth.
all would have realized that it's very easy to sign on this app. It's a very simple form using just your email ID, your name, and it gives you a password so that all your information is secure. Because we also use the same platform to put up your confidential performance scorecard whenever you take an assessment with us. But otherwise, the platform is pretty open and a good, intuitive, easy to use way to connect with fellow teachers.
Great. So I'm just going to quickly, discuss this because Paroma ma'am spoke about it, and this is the groups feature. Now, as of now, groups is something that we as admins at Centa can create, and because this is a relatively new feature, how we are envisioning this section to pan out is we'll have groups of teachers who say teach the same subject, groups of teachers who teach the same grade, groups of teachers who teach in the same board, uh, yeah, groups of teachers who may I request someone, if we can mute ourselves if you're not speaking. Some background
Meenu
noise.
ma'am, I think you have gotten unmuted by chance. Meenu ma'am, can you mute yourself, please? Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot, ma'am. Yeah, so as I was saying, we are envisioning this section to have uh, groups of teachers who are, teaching the same subject, groups who are teaching, groups of teachers who are teaching the same grade, who are teaching in the same board, who are from the same state, who are from the same region, and so forth. And these teachers, because they share some thread of commonality, they'll be able to, interact with each other, and then also, share, they'll have the same sets of problems. Well, one of them would have a solution which would be the solution to the problems that they face. They may have common interest in resources, they may have common things to discuss. So that's how this section will soon be populated by different groups of, say, science teachers, math teachers, CBSE teachers, teachers from Delhi, teachers from Bangalore, teachers from Chennai, or teachers teaching science, teachers teaching ninth grade science. So that's how we are, we are going to soon form these groups.
Karthik,
And these,
Paroma ma'am has a question that can the discussions, etc., be in any other language?
uh, yes, they can be. They can be. That's a very good question. And actually, I am gonna. Actually, I did read. Yeah,
This one.
there it is. There it is. Professional competencies. So
Paroma
someone's
ma'am, while
just
the
posted another
overall
link.
app is in English, in the discussion forum, people can interact with each other in different languages. So if you're working with Telugu speaking teachers, you can definitely ask them to get on board here and they can interact with themselves in their native language. And they can obviously interact with other teachers who also know the same language, because if someone is asking a question in Telugu, I'm sure people who understand Telugu would be able to respond to it appropriately. While the other parts of the app are in English, this section is multilingual.
Sure. So yeah, so that's what this section is. That's what the section was about. And within a group, of course, this is like any other. This is like a Facebook group. You would need to send in a request to join in. We'll approve your request, and once you're part of the group, you can discuss with other teachers. You can message them directly, message other people in the group, share resources with them, share practices with them,
And just
respond to
one
their
thing
queries,
which
and
I
so
would
forth.
like to add here, Karthik, just give me a moment.
Yeah.
So, Paroma ma'am, and if there is anyone else who wants to get a cohort or a bunch or a group of teachers on it from a specific perspective, what we can do is we can interact with you separately, get all those teachers onboarded as a group, and form a separate group for you. Okay, you all can log in individually the way you have created your accounts, but if you tell us which all email IDs, are the part of your group, we can form a group of yours from the back, and then you can continue interacting with each other as you want. So we can do those kind of things if you are interested. And you can write to us on our email ID, team@centa.org. If you want to get, like, for example, a group of teachers onboarded together and make them part of your own private group. Sure, Karthik. Sorry for
Great.
interrupting.
So yeah, so I think that's what the yeah. I mean, I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it from my side. Uh, as I said, I mean, as I've been saying throughout the course of the session, in fact, even yesterday, the more play with the app, the more you get comfortable with it. The more time you spend with on the platform, the more would you realize you'd realize that okay, this section is something that I'm really that I really like, and this is something which I want to come back again and again and again and go through this. There's this section, and yes, while doing that, if you come across sections or if you come across places in the app which you feel are not good right now, or you feel that they should be improved, please write to us at team@centaur.org, and we will, we'll be more than happy to connect with you, and also uh, you know understand from you in terms of what you would want, and we'll build that in. We're super agile in that sense, because you as teachers are at the center of this whole initiative. So what you want is what we're going to give you. And you if uh, so what I'm also going to do is, because this is a closed group, I'm going to type in my WhatsApp number in the chat section. And in case some of you, any one of you, faces any issue with signing up, signing in, or have suggestions for the app, please feel free to ping me. My WhatsApp number is in the chat in here. And please, this is not my calling number, but you can call me on this number. I'll pick it up on WhatsApp. Not a problem at all. You can call me anytime. You can message me anytime. Please, feel free to connect with me, and share your inputs, share your feedback. I'll definitely. Okay, so it is a very yeah, exactly. So for those of you who did not attend the session yesterday, we spent around 5-10 minutes discussing about Centaur Teaching Professionals Olympiad, which is our flagship competition for teachers. And this year, some of you might have already heard of it. Some of you in this group have already taken part in it. And this year, we're doing it very differently. It's fully online now. You can take the TPO from the comfort of your home, and that and there are lots of exciting prizes to be won. But more important than the prizes is the fact that each one of you who participates, regardless of whether you're a winner or not, you're going to get a detailed confidential performance report, which will list out, these are the areas that you're good at, these are the areas you may want to improve on, and this is how you could improve on it. So that's the most important part about participating in the TPO from the last 5 years, from what we've heard from the teachers. So yeah, so my number is there. You have the email address, you have the app now, you are members on it, you have access to all the sections in it, you have access to the learning resources, both the free courses, the paid courses, you have access to the discussion forum section, you have access to the opportunities, you have access to the blogs, you have access to the quizzes and everything. So yeah, please go through the app. Please share the link, m.centa.org, with your colleagues as well, and please encourage them to be on MyCENTA as well, so that we can
And
spread the
on the
message.
top, you would see that there is a referral button, like share this link with other teachers to refer them to join MyCENTA. If you use that particular link to invite your friends, we would also be able to track it and award you, give you MyCENTA reward points. And then there are these sprints which we run to give attractive, surprise, fun prizes to various people who achieve various milestones on MyCENTA rewards.
So yeah, I mean, you can actually invite all your friends from here itself. So you click That was a very good point, Priyanka. Thanks a lot for bringing that up. So you click on the red bar, which is on the top, and you can choose how you'd want to invite your friends or colleagues. You can click on WhatsApp, and from your list, you can, okay, Priyanka is there in my contact list. I am going to send her the link to join MyCENTA, and you can modify the message, and then this has gone to Priyanka. So that's how this functions. And then once Priyanka joins in, we at MyCENTA will be able to track that, Karthik has referred Priyanka to join in, and, Karthik would get certain set of reward points to go with it. And, you could use that reward points for different things in the future. So that's how it is. So it's very simple to share the link, share the app link with teachers in your community from this very bar itself, the red bar that you see on the top.
And Rashmi, coming to your question about Center TPO. So Center TPO is conducted in multiple subjects. As of now, we have 22 subjects, which include subjects from primary grades, like we have primary English, primary math. Then we have primary subject in Hindi, Tamil, Telugu. And Paroma, ma'am, especially for your reference, we have primary subjects available in Telugu language for the competition. And then we have middle school science, math, English. Then for second, which is secondary school, which is grade 9th and 10th, again we have math, English, etc. So on and so forth. We have about 22 subjects. The questions in it would be multiple choice questions. The prelims for the TPO, for which you can register anytime and you can take the exam from anywhere. It's a 90-minute prelim test. And the questions, the quiz section which Karthik had shown yesterday in detail and today also briefly, that will give you an indication of the kind of questions which are asked in prelims and in finals. The rigor of the prelims and finals will be different, but the kind of questions remain pretty much same, with one correct answer, no negative marking. And Ruby ma'am, the tips are basically what we have heard honestly from teachers over last 5 years is that you just need to be there in terms of what you do in the class. It's very practical. It very much depends on how teachers are supposed to handle different aspects in classroom. The specific preparation is mostly in terms of just brushing up the concepts of your subject again, because it might be that middle school subject covers 6th, 7th, 8th grade. You are just teaching 6th or 7th or 8th grade, so just brush up the topics of the other related grades. But that's all. There is nothing very different than what you do regularly in your classroom. Divya, we do not have business studies as of now. What we have is the closest in some sense is economics, but we don't have, unfortunately, business studies now. Yeah, Ruby ma'am, it's practical basically. It's about how do you do various things. And if you look at the quiz section, you would understand what I mean when I say it's very practical. And what we have been hearing from teachers is it's just great fun to do these questions. And most of the winners say that they didn't have to practice anything specifically. They just had to be very conscious of what information is given in the questions and what they would have done if they would have encountered that situation in their classroom. Yeah, Divya, that'll be very nice of you to try economics. And honestly, I would request all of you to do check out Center TPO. I'm sure you would really love it. And Karthik and I would really look forward to having you all register for the TPO and participate in this year if you haven't had already done so. And as we were saying yesterday, as part of, because you are part of this particular session, we are very happy to give you a discount code for Center TPO. And I'm just typing it in the chat box. And you can use this, it's called Lifelong Learner. You can use this discount code to avail discount when you register for Center TPO. Karthik, over to you.
Yeah, so that's that's pretty much it from my side as well. Yeah, I mean, quick reminder: we have a free webinar on 30th of July, which is this Thursday. It's on augmented reality in classrooms. As I said, we have a very special guest, Mr. Shyam Bengaluru. He's the man who is at the forefront of revolutionizing the online teaching, the online teaching scene in Kerala, and through the use of augmented reality. And so, yeah, please register for that. It's free for all. We're gonna do it from this Thursday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. You can ask him his question. You can connect with him, ask him your questions, and I'm sure he'll be more than happy to answer. So, and also take away great practical tips which you yourself could implement in your classroom. So, yeah, that's my parting note. Uh, yeah, Divya ma'am, actually, you see the banner which is there on the home screen itself. It says augmented reality in classroom. You can click on that banner. A short form is going to open up. You can fill in the details, and we'll send the link to you to attend the session on Thursday.
So Divya, that's the beauty of it, that you need not address or handle different links, etc. You just need to have this one app, which is also not an app in the true sense. So you don't have to it doesn't occupy any space on your mobile, etc. You just pin the shortcut of this app on your mobile, and then everything which we spoke about, opportunities, competition, webinars, everything you can access through this one app without being bothered about different links.
Great. So I think that's pretty much it. Any questions, or if not, then we'll call it a day then.
And we really look forward to have you all participate in Centa TPO. That's something which we really feel very proud and happy about. So would love to have you there.
Navaza says, yes, I've registered for the webinar on 30th July and 13th August. Fantastic. And yeah, if you attend the webinar, and there's a short feedback form that we'll share during the webinar, if you attend the webinar and answer that, we will also be sharing with you a participation certificate. So each webinar that you attend.
Do you teach, if I may know? Because you specifically chose 30th and 13th and not the webinar on 6th. I'm just curious, which is your subject?
Probably she doesn't teach math, I think. I don't think ma'am teaches math.
Because any of you who is a math teacher, we would really urge you to do register for the math CD webinar on 6th of August. I think it's a very interesting topic which talks about our ancient texts and linkage of Sanskrit and math. So I think it's a very interesting topic personally. So any of you who are math teacher, do check it out.
Yeah, and as I said, if you attend it and if you answer that feedback question that we asked during the session, we'll also be sending you a certificate of participation for being a part of the session. We'll definitely do that. And of course, you will be getting a certificate of completion for this workshop. Those who attended yesterday, today, all of you will be getting a certificate for this as well. We'll be doing that.
Ruby ma'am, the discount code is lifelong learner. I had written it in all caps. I'm just typing it again. You can use this discount code when you register for TPO.
And it's actually called a referral code in the form. The field is called referral code. So you could use that referral code.
Yeah, in the form it's called referral code. So Karthik and I really hope you liked the session today, and if you attended yesterday, you found both these sessions meaningful. And please reach out to us and your friends if you have to get them join the MyCENTA platform, and to us in case you have any feedback for us.
Great. And yeah, my number is there again in the chat. You could refer to it. You could directly reach out to me in case of anything, you want teachers from your school or organization to be a part of MyCENTA. You're facing any issues, you have any specific feedback on the app, please do that. That's my number. Yeah.
Yeah, Paroma, ma'am, we are really looking forward to you to be able to take back to the school you run. And do reach out to us separately at our email ID in case you need any specific support to get onboarded as a school. We can just help you set up things in a more easy manner or kind of thing. But otherwise, you know how easy it is to kind of just get onboarded on the app. Thanks, Ruby. And really looking forward to have a good day, all of you. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye.
We'll just sign off now. Thank you, everyone.